Sean Diddy Combs is now claiming that the feds edited the Cassie video so the judge would deny bail. Oh my God, this guy is the worst. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. I'm here with It's Kim, and man, this case gets weirder and weirder, and Diddy is trying to do everything he can to cover up his own actions. Kim, it's getting nuts. Thank you for helping to prepare this. So the big story in the headline is this. Yeah, he's now claiming the feds edited it. Edited how? What on earth did they edit, Kim? How brain dead is this moron? Oh, they edited the part where you walked out, did what you did, and walked away? Like, it's all there unedited, Kim.
It's insane. I feel like today's word of the day is gaslighting, and we're going to get into all of it as we go through everything. But yes, this has been the major takeaway. It appears that Diddy's defense is claiming that there is another version of this video that shows the sequence of events in a different manner, and that this isn't proof of an ST operation. It is a glimpse into a 10-year-long consensual relationship.
That's not, I don't know about you, Kim. That's not how I love people. It's like literally the opposite of love is to do what he did in this video to Cassie. There's nothing love about it. Now, I sense, and I've always sensed it, that when his mom wrote the letter, and every time they're trying to justify Kim, there's always like a, well, she did it too type of thing that sort of tries to play it like, well, she was aggressive too. And it's like, I don't know if that's true, but if she was, I'm guessing it was a lot of defense to deal with Diddy's aggression. And that's not how it works, because you're defending yourself or dealing with a guy who's doing that to you doesn't mean that it's warranted ever. Let's make that crystal clear. It's never warranted, even if she was doing that to him, which I would not condone at all. Men can be victims as well. It is our job as men, to not ever resort to that. That's just a no-go. No-go because, one, it's wrong. No-go because, two, you're going to get arrested. We're bigger, stronger more often, and that's just how it's treated. Right or wrong, you got to be the better person and not resort to that to protect yourself and to protect them. So I don't understand what on earth he thinks there's any version or edit of this video that can justify what he's trying to say. So we're going to break it down. So
I'd also like to just point out, before we get into any of this defense from Diddy's team, there was an apology video, right?
Is that what you call it?
Right. He did say that, his actions in the video were inexcusable, and it was the darkest time in his life. And he admitted that it was real.
I'm so surprised he didn't say in that video, bitch deserved it. Like, because that was the attitude I had it. That was the attitude I feel with him and his mom. I just feel like he's like, damn, she's a B. She asked for it. That's the kind of vibe I get from him. But anyway, I digress. So they went to the judge and said, we need a longer thing. And the judge is like, okay, well, you got to still do it in a timely fashion, which I guess then they did. This is what this is. This then came in. And here's the new thing. We're going to break it down. This is the longer show, so let's get a little bit better. So government persuaded Judge Carter to detain Mr. Combs by claiming it's video of an 8-year-old incident. It was so long ago, it's not relevant anymore. An 8-year-old incident into evidence was of X trafficking, and by making unsubstantiated claims of witness tampering. The defense rebutted those arguments, though its own proffer, but lacked access to key evidence that could corroborate it. Nearly 2 months later, much has changed. Most importantly, discovery produced after the initial bail hearing, some of it after this motion was filed, shows the narrative the government presented then was fictional. For instance, we know now that even before it arrested Mr. Combs, the government possessed blank, confirming his account of March 5th at the Intercontinental Hotel. But instead of presenting that video to the court, the government submitted an altered video that omitted key scenes and presented events materially out of order. The prosecutors also claim there was a second victim, but they have never interviewed her, and messages produced in discovery confirm she was not a victim. Likewise, communication produced in discovery show Mr. Combs' contacts with witnesses were innocuous and consistent with his right to participate in his defense by developing defense witnesses. Now, we're going to keep going, but let's just pause there for you and go look at this, because he's trying to claim They presented that video, the one we all know, to the court and submitted an altered version that omitted key scenes and presented offense materially out of order. I'm sorry. There's no order that justifies what we saw. None. I'm just in utter disbelief that this man and his team think this is the approach to win. The same guy who literally was like, oh, judge, we used this legal pad. It says legal on it for all our notes. And now the judge is learning the photos show up a legal pad that doesn't say legal on it. Oh, yeah, but judge, it's still a legal pad. Isn't it called a legal pad? So it's all legal. But you literally told us that you used a pad that said legal on it. They are getting caught left and right. And it's no surprise to me now. Look, people have been mad at me, Kim, that I've tried to give Diddy some benefit of the doubt of like, he deserves due process. Because he does. I don't want the case to get thrown out because we didn't give him due process. Not because I believe he's innocent, but he has a right to defend himself just as anybody would. But every chance he gets to potentially, it seems like, oh, well, maybe there's something here where the government screwed up. It slaps back in the face of like, no, they're just screwing with us. They're trying to find any little exit they can to get this thing thrown out rather than face accountability. And enough already. So I'm going to get less and less fair to Diddy because I feel like Kim, I don't know what you think, he's lost that right in this opinion. He's wasting the judge's time, our time. He's doing things that are absolutely proving he cannot be trusted and is not safe. On November 13th, the government produced even more material. New evidence, including more blank of the March 5th, 2016 Intercontinental Hotel incident. The government had this blank as early as August 7th, yet only produced to defense after Mr. Combs filed his renewed motion for bail. The blank consists of blank, 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 used to create the government's principal piece of evidence at the earlier bail hearings, an edited, manipulated version of the video published by CNN. The new blank supports the defense's argument at the earlier hearings that show the government knowingly mischaracterized and concealed critical facts during those hearings. As an analysis prepared by forensic video analysis Connor McCourt explains, the video the government submitted to the court omits footage corroborating the defense account, changes the sequence of events in material respects, and does not accurately depict the events. I'm sorry, it does not accurately depict. He's doing it. This isn't AI.
But what happened before apparently changes everything. And this is where I just get so frustrated because it doesn't. It's honestly them saying what you think you saw, you didn't see. And that's what I mean. It's ridiculous. We saw him hurt her. Multiple times. We saw him angry. We saw him out of control, and we saw her trying to get away. That's what I saw.
Indeed.
I don't know what you saw, but that's what I saw.
Well, apparently, Kim, the government had a more complete beep during the initial hearing, but chose not to share it with the court. Instead, it offered the edited version of the CNN video as its most powerful evidence of danger and obstruction. Now, I'm confused. An edited version of CNN video. So I guess the CNN video isn't unedited? Is unedited? And this is an edited version of the CNN video. So what we saw on CNN, the video that we've all seen, is the real version. So he's trying to claim, I guess maybe there is an edited version that did AI. I haven't seen this said video, Kim, but maybe. All I know is
there's another version of it that we haven't seen.
Yeah,
right?
All I know is the version we've seen on CNN is plenty evidence enough to know you're a monster and you did it. There's no ifs, ands about it. There's no justification.
And it was bad enough.
There's a full story. There's no story that justifies beating someone ever.
And it was bad enough for him to do a public apology as well. So I don't understand this backtracking.
Correct.
I don't get this.
Correct. So Mr. Combs argued Exhibit A was not evidence of a freak-off, but depicted a domestic dispute in which he ran down the hall of the hotel to recover his clothes and cell phone. The government invented a different narrative. Oh, so this is the justification. He was getting his clothes and his cell phone, Kim.
There you go.
That's why he was dragging her back and doing all the things he did. That's why.
That's why. We just didn't know he didn't have his phone.
Can you imagine this meeting with his lawyers? Diddy, you're in a towel. Why are you running down the hallway in a towel? She took my clothes. She ran with my clothes. Did he grab his clothes when he went back? Like, did she have his clothes? I guess she was wearing his clothes because she was probably naked in the room too. So then she leaves to try to like get out and get clothed and leave. And then he's like, yo, give me my clothes. How dare you leave with my clothes? There's the excuse, right, Kim? That warrants this. Oh my God.
That's totally
we
why
have a different narrative.
Like, grabbed her and threw her to the ground. That's why.
Yeah, our evidence will show that that's not just what happened, because if it's about the clothes and wanting to get the clothes back, which again it's not, why drag the victim back down the hall of the room? Thank you. And you can see that on tape. That's what he does. Yeah, exactly. How are you going to justify that? The government's straight on this. Government further argued Mr. Combs throws a vase at her, which the district court cited detaining, blah, blah, blah. The government apparently stands by these arguments again, but they are false and the government knows it. We saw it on the video.
I told you the word of the day is gaslighting. It's insane. There seems to be this argument of whether or not he threw the vase or whether he threw the flowers. Because something falls to the ground in front of him and then he throws something else, and it's hard to be able to see because of how pixelated the surveillance footage is.
That is sickening. So again, he's doing this again to save face in the public. Oh, I'm innocent. They changed my video. I didn't really do that. But notice he's not denying the dragging her by the hallway. He's arguing, I went to get my clothes and I threw flowers, not a vase. And the government knows it. The more complete footage of the incident, in contrast, the government's sensationalized CNN cut contradicts the government's representations. The video demonstrates that Mr. Combs, in fact, ran down the hall to retrieve a bag of clothes and a cell phone. He did not drag victim back down the hall of the room. Do we need to watch it again? Because I know you did. As the government's resequenced exhibit falsely suggests, he did not throw a vase at victim one, but only its contents. There it is, presumably flowers. And he was not only able to leave once, security staff intervened. In other words, it is the government whose explanation is just another cover-up. Just more lies. The true facts corroborate what Mr. Combs has stated all along. The video is not evidence of a coerced freak-off and trafficking, but rather a sad glimpse into the decade-long consensual relationship between Mr. Combs and victim one. Yikes. We went through a lot more. You're not going to miss the replay. So if you're not yet a member, become a member. Hit that join button. Or if you just want to hit the subscribe button, hit a button. Be a member. Be a subscriber. Either way, hit those bells. Hit the all alerts. Smash a like. Don't miss out. We post the member-only replays usually by the next morning. So if you missed the full show, check it out. We'll be live again Tuesday and Thursdays here on Popcorn Planet. Make sure to follow, support, and subscribe to It's Kim. You guys are the best. We will see you soon. Appreciate all your faces so much.